teams lead.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focused on rectifying those things here.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Dump off caught by his back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board. Adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the 1 touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Throwing now from the gun. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running back, motioning right. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds the in route, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New set of downs for him from the 46. Short side option here. He's running left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now a give running right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
To the air, 3rd and long. Hits his running back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 24. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
He has the first over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 13 on that play.
Convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 2nd and 6 coming up here. It's the first carry for the Wisconsin rookie. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. The home teams and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here's the handoff. And he'll get it up to the 27. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. They come in on a little two-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Running back sent in motion. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the San Diego.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Houston in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face second down. They are throwing it again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to the air here. It is caught left side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's brought down after a short gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got decent yardage up to around the 18. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Richardson back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. Trying the right side. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
Defense showing blitz. Richardson throwing the out route complete. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Trying again following the sack. He's got it at the 6. And he almost gets to the 5. He's out at the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
So much to the chagrin of this crowd, that challenge flag is out, and they want to take another look.
Is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. They'll try and punch it in. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys take a 4-point lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Thanks to the penalty, they'll kick it away from further up the field. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And this one doesn't go far. Second down now, 7 to go.
And 7 at the 28-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now Richardson to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Throwing now on 1st down. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Plowing up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. A give now from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd. They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. Hauled in left side. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They send a tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Brought in along the sideline. No gain on the play, but an impressive catch all the same. That one ends up a gain of 6. And they'll have 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. That's incomplete left side. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Hits his running back. And he's in. Touchdown! These guys get some late points and the lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys push their lead to 3.
10. Our home team, 7.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Brings in the kick at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. First down throw here from Richardson. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They'll throw again, Richardson. He's got a man left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Still sticking with the passing game. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Richardson on 3rd. Over to Douglas on the sideline, caught. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. On first down, it's Richardson. That one's caught along the left sideline. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A final throw before the break. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they... They're out and set, 1st and 10. the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Dump off caught by his back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to.
They'll run here on first down. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
That's 16 on the pickup, and it'll give them a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run here from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 15. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. On first down, they'll run. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Finds a man, right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 6. And the San Diego first down.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play action on first down. Caught by his back. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Trying to push this past the marker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
Now this offense getting set to work here. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's a give up the middle. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Another carry for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston first. From the red zone now. Called in left side. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with third and goal. They'll throw again, Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! These guys go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. So that play's going to remain a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And these guys double their lead to 14. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. His return starts at the 5. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Their offense running back out now. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
It's his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. You're set up at the 35 now. Going option, headed left on this first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, Now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First down from the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going for it. He loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Looking to his fullback now. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Richardson now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 44-yard line.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You felt it the second this play bounced toward the outside, this defense responded. They pounced. That was their chance to get to him before he could get the couple inches he needed for a first down.
Punting unit out now. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. These guys close to picking up their 5th win. Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one.
They'll take over.
Back out runs their offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. First and 10, looking to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Running back sent in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. Here he is to throw. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it yet again. Complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Still sticking with the passing game. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Here comes their offense out again. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. Works the sideline inside the 35. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. What a game for our winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.